Hello and welcome to Radio The Bang 99.5 FM. This is Madiha Masood with you guys. As each county and city in Texas decided for itself how to register people for the COVID-19 vaccine, many are confused about how and when they will receive the shot in their arms. About 1.2% of Texans or 340,000 people have been vaccinated so far in Texas. The reality is that most people will not get vaccinated for COVID-19 until later in 2021, which is unfortunate. For this important issue, we have a very special guest, KP George, County Judge, Fort Bend County, Texas, with us. Thank you so much, Judge, for joining us.
Sure.
All right. Though it's a new year, but everyone is concerned about COVID and being vaccinated. We do get regular calls about them, and people do ask us that how can they get vaccinated and how can they get the vaccine easily. So that's why I thought that I should bother you and ask you about all these answers. So my first question for you is, how are you, and did you get the COVID vaccine?
I am doing well. Obviously, I was offered COVID vaccine. I decided not to take it because, I don't want to get in front of the first responders and people like that 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. But now I think there are more vaccines are going to be available, and maybe next few days we are going to be getting more vaccine in Fort Bend County. So because of that reason, maybe I will take COVID vaccine. I go out and interact with people and things of that nature. So far God is great, and I'm safe and I'm good. Answer your question, I haven't taken the vaccine simply because I don't want to get in front of somebody. So, but I will take it when it is available free.
Later, I'll ask that how you do keep yourself safe. All right. I want to ask, who currently qualifies for the vaccine?
See, there are state put together a qualification chart, mm-hmm. 1A, 1B, and things like that. So 1A is actually the frontline medical workers and people like that. 1B is more like 65 and above with pre-existing condition. And now we are, and as you know, we received around 1,000 vials of vaccine 2 weeks ago. And that already been administered, and we will be getting more this week, maybe anytime, maybe tomorrow. And so in Fort Bend County, what we are doing is mm-hmm. we want people to register to get the vaccination because we don't want to do what happened in some places, first come, first serve basis. Then people then come out and camp out there and for days, and they don't get it, and it's a mess. So we want them to go and register, to get in line. And so what happened is last week ago when we opened up that registration portal, mm-hmm. Like in no time at all, 5,000 people registered. So we closed that temporarily for the simple reason we wanted to make sure we are opening back it when the vaccine is available. So the vaccines are going to be, more vaccines are going to be coming our way. So we will open it up sometime this week, and we will announce our citizens to go and register. You have to get registered, and you have to have a unique number. That's the only way you can get vaccinated. Once you are registered, we will call you back and inform you your appointment and the location where you can get vaccinated, because we don't want you standing in line and in standing or sitting in the car for hours. So when you have an appointment, it's going to be a 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes process. So we wanted to just make sure we administer this in an orderly fashion.
All right. Make it clear once more, please. The unique number will be given to the people who will get registered?
Correct. And you have to have, and also you have to bring an ID so that we know who you are. And the registration is important. And that's the only way we are distributing vaccine. If you show up, you're not going to get it because there are people already registered and standing in line.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Just tell us that do one should live in Houston to get vaccinated by the Houston Health Department? Is it important or essential?
Can you repeat that question one more time?
Do one should live in Houston to get vaccinated by the Houston Health Department?
Not necessarily. I mean, these vaccines, you could go and get a vaccine from anywhere it is available. But predominantly, we are, as a health authority for Fort Bend County, we are actually encouraging our citizens to register and get vaccinated. And so we prefer our citizens come. But there are hospitals and there are pharmacies and some other agencies are getting vaccine. And so I encourage people to look at every avenue where vaccines are available. And so with the county, we are entertaining registration from county residents. Yes.
All right. As per your information, do anyone need insurance or immigration papers to get vaccinated?
No, they don't need this. This vaccine is free, and you don't have to pay anything. You don't need any insurance information. And we are not here to check about your immigration status. But you have to bring an ID to identify who you are. And if you don't have a driver's license or Texas ID, you're welcome to bring your passport, but not to check your status. It is simply to get an ID, those who you just want to make sure who you are. But also, I just wanted to say, if you are here only for 2 weeks and you wanted to get vaccinated, because it is a 2-phase vaccine we are giving out now. So if you cannot do that second phase vaccine, we are not going to administer a vaccine to you. Does that make sense to you?
Okay. I got you. All right.
And also there is, let's say somebody came from outside, they already got a vaccine from England or somewhere, the first one. We are not going to administer that second vaccine here. So you have to get both vaccines from us. Wherever you're registering, wherever you're getting the first shot, you have to go back and get it from there because that's the safest way to do it.
Okay, you have made clear a very important point, by the way. Thank you for making us clear. All right, I know you are not a doctor or scientist, but we are actually getting so much calls for this question particularly. People in Fort Bend are confused because they haven't got any confirmation for the second shot. How they will get to know about this?
Yeah, see, that's actually a promise from the government. Once you get your first shot, the second shot is reserved, not with us, it's with the government. And so they will send it. What I understand is, as far as I know so far, they are prompt on that. And don't be confused about that, because when you're getting your first shot means you are in line to get your second shot. And so the first thing you have to do is get into your first shot. And once you are getting your first shot, you are in the system. When the time comes, that vaccine is going to be available. That's what that's what I understand. That's what I've been told.
All right. We have received different questions from the listeners too. And we have one question for you is, can you please elaborate how to get registered to, get the vaccine?
Yeah. And in Fort Bend County, what we are doing is there is a website, web portal. It's called FBC, like Fort Bend County, FBC.
Okay.
Health. HEALTH. FBC Health. It is one word. .org.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
when
the
you
website.
go there, yeah, it is the website, and then you have all kind of information there, the COVID status, and there is a dashboard explain how COVID what is happening in Fort Bend County, all that information, along with you should be able to, on the front page, you should be able to register, but as I mentioned, it is closed at the moment, and so you cannot do it today.
Okay.
So we will open it up as soon as we get our next vaccine consignment, and we will open it up at that point. You could go and register there, the information.
All right.
Your information. Yeah.
All right. So the registered people will get the messages.
No, they will be contacted via either email or phone call, whatever.
All right.
Yeah, all right. They will get confirmation, and they will be contacted when it is a line, right? It is a line. So when your time comes, you will get contacted your appointment time, and also your where you should go with the address and all that stuff. You're going to have at least 3-4 locations in Fort Bend County.
All right. We do have a question from a listener, and they are asking, are indoor vaccination sites are safe?
Absolutely. It got to be safe, because because that is all our staff we hired. They are already they all have COVID vaccine taken. So, and it is, we are administering a medicine, and to prevent one of the most nasty sickness, kind of putting the world on the edges. So, safety is, I don't think you should be worried about the safety part. Our Health and Human Services Director, Dr. Jacqueline Minter, is the one leading that effort. I have full confidence she report to me, and I have full confidence in her, and it's all going to be administered, and it's all going to be done in a safe place and safe manner. Don't worry about the safety aspect of it. No,
all
not
right.
a problem.
Tell me that, have you heard any problem or the side effects of vaccine yet?
One thing I tell you in Fort Bend County and the people who have taken vaccine, I haven't had anything major at all. And not only that, I believe that this vaccine is comparatively very safe. But every human body is different. Okay, so maybe you get a little allergy or something like that. But other than that, I haven't had anything major, any major problem. And also, they observe you for 30 plus minutes once you get the vaccine. So they don't let you go like that. So you have to wait in a safe location and see if there is any problem. So they observe you. And so once everything is fine, then they let you go. So it is all done. Don't worry about the administering part of it, because let's do that. We have no incentive to create any problem for anybody. And so it is all done. And I visited one of our locations. It is very much done in an orderly fashion. Be confident about that.
Okay, Judge, can you please tell us that what steps one should follow before vaccine and after being vaccinated?
Yeah. See, there is no specific step you need to take before vaccine other than following the CDC guidelines. Remember, we are still in a red alert status in Fort Bend County. That means the highest, risk level. And also why it is important to understand one thing, maybe 2 months ago, the difference between the total cases and the people who recovered. That means we get the active cases. The active cases was maybe around 1,000 or 1,200 or 1,400 maybe 2 months ago. Now it is 8,000 plus, maybe even more. So that means there are more people, maybe like 8 times more, maybe 10 times more people walking around with COVID, which we know. And there are so many people maybe not even tested, we don't even know. And so that's the very reason why we always recommend you have to wear your mask. We have to exercise all the hygienic aspect, wash your hands and, make sure always you're safe distancing. And one thing, if I request, stay away from large gathering. Stay away from large gathering, because if my doctor, Dr. Minter was saying, the HHS director was saying, if you go to a place with 50 people, guaranteed few people there who got COVID. So that means you are going to get COVID or you're going to be exposed to it. So please stay away from a large gathering, because I know that Desi people in general, we like to get together and, shake hands and, we like to eat together and all that stuff. But listen, we came this long. We came 11 months. We are together, going through with this journey. And now the vaccine is here. And it's only for a few more days, maybe by summer, I think we will get into certain normalcy. I mean, we are not going to be 100%, but certain normalcy. You could get back, maybe you could go to mosque and church and temple and things of that nature at a lower capacity. But it will get better, and I'm concerned about especially our senior citizens. And they are the one most vulnerable, but stay away and don't interact, don't go to parties and things like that. And please be patient for a few more weeks, maybe a couple of months more.
Okay. Do you see the change after everyone being vaccinated? Do you see life will change, or we have to practice the same protocols for the rest of our life?
No, but the thing about it is, that's the reason why we have vaccine. But again, CDC is asking even after you get vaccinated, you have to wear mask and you have to, follow all the hygienic, aspects, CDC guidelines. And, so the reason they say that, it's not just about you. I mean, at that point, you wanted to protect others too. So I guess what I'm saying is we will get back to normal life. But I don't know, Madiha, I don't know you noticed it. This year, there's a lot of people are not getting sick with flu. Have you heard that?
No.
A lot of people are not getting sick with flu. I mean, this is a flu season.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we are wearing masks and we are washing.
Absolutely, we are taking
hand.
extra protocols.
Yeah, and I'm washing my hand at least 20 times a day. I mean, anytime I even touch anybody's hand or anything, and I always go to the restroom and wash my hands with soap. And I'm doing it. I usually get sick at least 2-3 times a season, like a cold season. I didn't get sick this year. And so I hear that same thing from everybody. So that means we should be doing this anyway for the sake of, a better hygienic life. COVID kind of forced us to do it. And so there's a lot of good things happened. I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, there's a lot of good things happen because of COVID. I mean, Houston Chronicle did an interview with me. They asked me how do everything change and what do I see? And I think, if you lost somebody due to COVID, sorry, and nothing we can do to bring that life back.
Definitely.
But other than that, I believe I am a better person today than 11 months ago.
Definitely.
I am a better person, and we all are better people. We learned about patience, and initially when I issued the mask order, people were like, oh, they wanted to beat me up. But now everybody is wearing a mask. I mean, I see that when I go outside. So COVID kind of, in my opinion, it actually put us on a check. And also I believe, if you believe in God, I believe it is a communication from God, and they're telling us, we are still in, God is saying, I'm still in, control. And, we are, I have seen so much good stuff come out of this. There's so many people helping their neighbors, helping others. They are cooking food for others. They are, sewing masks for others. And, there's so many good things came out of it. I am, like I said, I repeat this, I'm a better person today than 10 months ago, 11 months ago, because I know even when people yell at me, I bite my tongue. I don't say anything to them because I know how they feel. And so, it actually made me, love people more. I mean, I'm telling you, and
definitely we get closer to each other. We spend more of our time with our families and friends.
Yeah. And so many level, and my message, I always told people, you know what, live your life. I mean, I'm not saying you have to live in fear. You have to follow the protocol. And I had an opportunity to talk to a priest last Sunday. He said he's actually a chaplain at a major hospital in Houston. He said he held hand with 6 people on their deathbed before they were dying. And it is a horrible way to die. And, none of your family is around. They're watching it from somewhere on an iPad or something.
Yeah.
And they are, the priest was the only one holding his hand. And some of them are not even conscious. And, that it is pretty much a COVID death is you're drowning yourself. Yeah. Your lungs is drowning. And so I just I feel sorry for the people who lost their life, but and let's all practice more cautious, be cautious, and let's be more gentle. I mean, we realize life is very fragile, and, so we all need to be nice to each other. And we see a lot of nastiness came out of this too. And, let's learn from it. And let's be good people. And Fort Bend County, as you know, we are one of the most diverse counties in the country. And, it is just, there's so many Deshis live in. I mean, I assume predominantly your listeners are Deshis. And, and one of the vibrant Deshi community live in Fort Bend. And I'm very blessed to serve them. And I do everything possibly I can to help and support and, I will do anything possible to make your life better. And, and also somebody asked me how you're going to do this and that. And, I tell you this, we have, the Pfizer vaccine need to be stored in a deep freezer. I mean, means, some freezer can freeze up to negative 94 degrees and stuff like that. We invested money into buy that. We have it in Portland County. We could store up to 40,000 plus vaccine we could store up.
Excellent.
And we have at least 50 people already trained, got vaccinated, ready to set up the location and go. I mean, as soon as we get the vaccine in ours, we will be started administering it because we are ready. We are prepared. We are doing everything possibly we can do from our end to support our citizens and making sure we get it out, so that our people can be benefit from it. And, and also, a lot of people are scared too, so I just want them to put their mind at ease. First of all, we live in America and, here things are very different. Yeah, maybe, some craziness you have noticed, but, that all going to come to an end. So I say, it's an honor to serve you and, Fort Bend County and Fort Bend residents. I'm with you, and I understand you maybe better than anybody else. And I will do everything possible to support you. And, if you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out to my office. And, anything we can do, we will do. I will. That's my promise to us.
All right. Thank you for making a good promise to the listeners and Fort Bend County residents. All right. One last question for you. What are your thoughts or your message for the people who are not interested to get the vaccine? Are they doing right with themselves?
At the moment, I'm not worried about them because I don't have any vaccine to give it out. So I don't want more people. I'm not going to change their mind. About the vaccine at the moment because I don't have enough vaccine because I told you few hours there are 5,000 people registered to get vaccinated and we got maybe 800 vaccines to give it to them. So once I finish with those who want the vaccine, I will think about those who don't want the vaccine. But this is the thing. At least 70% of the society need to be vaccinated to get something called herd immunity. And so it is, people need to understand it is not just about you. And that's where we are missing the point. Life is not just about me or just about you. I mean, it is about everybody. As a society we live in, they all are our brothers and sisters. And sometimes when we wear the mask and everything, some people say, I don't want to wear. Yeah, they're saying I will take the risk. But it is not just about you. Maybe you have COVID, you don't even know it. Maybe you're not going to have any symptoms, but you're going to give it to others. So one thing I always tell people is the America we care about people. We care about human life. We care about human value. And so my message to people, if you don't want to take it, I cannot force you to take the vaccine. But at the moment, stay there. I'm not even worried about those people because there's enough people lined up to get the vaccine, which I don't have enough vaccine to give. But once that's why I like to get it as soon as it is available because I wanted to tell people, hey, I believe in that. Why do we take flu shots?
Yeah.
Because there is a point in it. And so vaccine is one of the best ways. Like 6 months ago, we didn't have any idea. We didn't have any idea even we are going to have a vaccine anytime soon. Sometime Dr. Fauci and all was talking about sometime in the end of 2021, in the fall of 2021, that's when we are going to have vaccine. But we are only in the few days into January of 2021. We have the vaccine. Thank God for that. So that actually going to save a lot of people. So I'm happy and I'm very excited about more vaccine coming our way, and we will continue to fight to get more vaccine so that our citizens can feel safe. But I encourage people to study and learn about it, and rather than listening some people who doesn't even understand science and data and things of that nature, this is actually going to benefit you and also the community in general when you get vaccinated.
Okay, thank you so much, KP George, now Fort Bend County Judge, for your precious time. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Appreciate it.
Thank
Bye.
you.